This week we're looking at a number of repairs that you may be facing on the outside of your home. Now, we've already looked at concrete driveways, asphalt driveways, but there's another surface that a lot of homeowners have challenges with, and that's concrete steps. Now, this house is owned by a friend of mine, Brad, who bought it recently. It's a 75-year-old house, plenty of little projects around here to do, but he's well underway with a project to make his stairs look a heck of a lot better and be a lot safer. Before he started, the concrete caps on these brick stairs were cracked and chipped around the edges. Even the landing at the top was missing large chunks of concrete. Brad's the director of photography for our show, so he grabbed a copy of the Quikrete Guide to Concrete from our library and did some homework on this kind of repair. The first step was roughing up all of the surfaces with a chisel and a wire brush to give the repair materials a good surface to grab onto. For some of the larger voids, he even had to create forms to support the repair material, which in this case is a quick-setting cement mixed with an acrylic fortifier. Then everything was cleaned to remove the dirt, debris, and dust. This mix is stiff so it can be sculpted as it goes in. The acrylic fortifier improves bonding to existing surfaces so this repair will last. As it hardens, he's able to work it more and more to get exactly the shape he needs so that when the forms come off, the color is the only indication that there was ever a repair. And we're about to correct that. Pretty good job on all of these corners, and you were able to kind of support all of these, because that always someone comes down and grabs that and breaks it out like that. It seems like
right. Most of these posts were had been dug out, you know, erosion over the years, and that helped a lot just to sturdy it up some.
All right.
It looks a lot better, but you can still see that it's very discolored. So that's going to be resurfacing it. It's going to sort of blend it all together. So I'm excited to see how that looks.
Okay, so what? You want to mix? You got the mixer here?
Yeah. Got a paddle bit already on it.
All right. You pour. I'll do this hard part.
Okay.
This thing's enough to do a 55-gallon drum with this thing. Jeez.
I didn't get that.
We're mixing the resurfacer a bit thicker than normal because we have some vertical surfaces to cover, and in this small space, we're using a wooden float to spread it instead of a squeegee.
I've never done this before, so don't be too critical.
No, just go thin. That takes a little getting used to at first because the material doesn't flow too well when it's this thick, and working around these rails is a bit of a trick. But eventually, we get the hang of it, and Brad starts coating the vertical surfaces with a masonry brush while I work on the horizontals.
This is working out.
I'm good, dude.
I was a little nervous on that top step, but I think once it dries and we're able to scrape that off,
no worries.
that'll be all right.
All of the masking Brad did in advance really pays off because it's difficult to be very precise about where this stuff goes. As we get each step coated, we're also using the brush to add a textured finish to the surface so they'll be safer to walk on than the old slick surface. Now, you'll want to do this in any last-minute touch-up before the resurfacer completely cures. It's also a good idea to remove the masking before it dries so that there's no chipping when it comes off. All right, let's see, Brad. We might as well start getting this off. You're going to have a few crumbs there on it for a little while. But that'll sweep right off because it's dry enough.
It's pulling off pretty clean.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah?
Lower it down. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's less resistance. There you go. You're good. Go on with it.
Cool. This looks great, Danny.
Sure does.
This looks awesome.
Yes, sir. You'll be able to do all the steps in the neighborhood, pick you up a little extra money.
I hope not.
Do one every Saturday.
I think one set's enough for me.